FS1 College Hoops tip-off is sponsored by Ford. Going further so you can. New York City, across the Hudson, the bridge, or the tunnel. You come to Jersey, that's where we are, inside Walsh Gymnasium on the campus of Seton Hall, as the Seton Hall Pirates take on the St. Peter's Peacocks. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Custer alongside my partner, Jim Spinarco. And, you know, Jim, Seton Hall, one of the hottest teams in the country, now ranked 15th in the country. Their highest ranking since January of 2001.
Yeah, Brian, and they're coming off a dominating performance against VCU where they clamped down on them defensively. They had 5 guys, their starters, all with 10 points or more. So word has gotten out. There's no secret anymore. Seton Hall's a pretty good basketball team.
Let's get right to the starting lineups. They're brought to you by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Let's start with the Peacocks of St. Peter's. They are led by Nick Griffin. He's their senior. He averages 18 points per game. As for the Pirates, well, they got that senior leadership. Rodriguez, Delgado, Carrington, the only trio of returning starters in the country with 1,000 or more career points. Our officials for the evening, Jeffrey Anderson, Tim Pockerty, and Roger Ayers. We are inside Walsh Gymnasium. This is really the only game Seton Hall will play here on their campus. This was their home from the 1940s all the way up into the mid-1980s. And it's Angel Delgado who will jump center. And it's the Pirates who control the tip.
And you keep an eye on the Pirates because they will try to hit the offensive glass, I'm sure, against St. Peter's. Key for St. Peter's defensively, especially the guards. Do not let the penetration come at you.
Pirates in the home gray. St. Peter's the traveling blue. And first shot is up and good by Ismael Sanogo. Comes a little pressure. Devontae Turner will set the table for the Peacocks.
And when you had a chance to speak with John Dunn, the head coach of St. Peter's, and he wants to keep this pace relatively slow. He'll push it up there when he has some opportunities, but he does not want to get up into a run-and-gun type of game with Seton Hall.
5 on the shot clock, and the drive by Turner, and he turns it over. Let's get right to our keys to success. They are sponsored by SoFi, offering smart solutions to help you reach your financial goals.
Well, with Seton Hall, you don't have to worry about their rebounding, so St. Peter's has to rebound by committee, and the Hall keep that balance going. Make sure they distribute the basketball, keep the scoring balanced. A little turnover that way, a little low on the pass by Rodriguez to Delgado.
Here's Kevin Willard in his 8th season at Seton Hall. On the way, 5-1 against St. Peter's. 18-7 he is against New Jersey programs. This is the 88th meeting between these two schools. They started playing in the 1949-1950 season. Took a 1-year hiatus last season, but the rivalry is back.
A little matchup defense here by the Pirates. We see them a lot during the course of the season go with their man-to-man.
5 again on the shot clock for St. Peter's, and it's stolen by Sanogo. Miles Powell lays it up and in.
Great unselfish play, too, by Sanogo just then. Giving it up, I thought maybe a touch too early, but right on the money with an old traditional bounce pass to get things going.
4-0. The score.
And the length of Seton Hall should be a problem. Every time St. Peter's goes towards the middle of the floor, we'll see the closure defensively by Seton Hall.
Now Hall starts out little zone. 5 again on the shot clock. And the runner, no good. And a rejection. And here are the Pirates, Miles Powell from 3. Rodriguez to follow, though.
Time to talk things over early on. That power with Rodriguez on the offensive glass, but that's exactly what happens with the turnovers. They push the ball up the floor. And Seton Hall making things happen.
Pirates up 6-0 early on St. Peter's.
I'm not going to let being stuck in a chimney stop me from telling you all about my $5 fillet. With 100% white meat popcorn chicken, my signature finger-licking good sauce, and a festive bounty of sides. It's finger-licking good.
Forget the rest. Unwrap the best. Apple devices for everyone. Dad's connected with the Apple Watch Series 3, and Mom's all wrapped up in the iPhone 10. Thanks to the expert service and selection only at Best Buy. Open this last.
And welcome back. We're in South Orange, New Jersey, on the campus of Seton Hall, inside Walsh Gymnasium. The 15th ranked Pirates of Seton Hall have jumped out to a 6-0 lead over St. Peter's.
One of the things, Brian, if you're St. Peter's and you want to play with some pace, that's fine, but you got to look and try to create a shot quicker than worrying about when it gets down to single digits on the shot clock. You got to find the shot, but they have not seen anything that they can even shoot yet.
First time a turnover, and then last two possessions it's gotten down to 5 like it is now, and they've had to force up a shot. Here's one with 3 on the shot clock. It's a miss. Rodriguez pulls down the board.
And so here we go, the drive to the basket. And here comes right at you. But look at that bounce pass. It allows Powell to take it as a guard, which is okay. You give a guard the ball that far out on the floor, he can put it on the deck and make something happen with it.
Idowu, he can shoot the 3.
Delgado obviously read the scouting report because he's right up on him, but they keep switching everything up front.
Turner in the lane, kicks it back out.
Another jump ball.
Yeah, they tie up Quinn Taylor. Another good defensive stand there by the Pirates. As we take a look at the head coach, John Dunn, in his 12th season there at St. Peter's. Listen, he led that team to 23 wins last season, second most in school history. They won the CIT championship. This is a program, too, it was in the NCAA tournament back in 2011. Inside the Desi Rodriguez, rejected, though, by the Peacocks.
Here's your first shot that's open. Take it.
Powell misses. And here comes the Pirates. Delgado lays it in. Good look from Rodriguez.
Sure was. Delgado can rebound, we know that. A double-double machine, but getting up and down the floor, and a terrific look, as you mentioned, from Rodriguez. And now Seton Hall putting a little full court pressure on. Take some time off the clock, which really hasn't been a problem for them.
This is Turner. Nick Griffin, he's their high scorer. Idowu, too strong. Gets his own board and puts it back in, and the Peacocks are on the board. 3
Peacocks on the glass, too, offensively just then on that missed shot. Nice defense.
And yes, the rejection by Idowu.
A little lazy on the delivery by Carrington that trip.
This is Turner again. Idowu.
He was thinking about the 3 just then.
Powell kicks it back out. Taylor from the corner. And it's Pirate basketball.
So Seton Hall looking for some action down low. Look at the snap pass by Rodriguez. It's a tall guy versus a short guy. Guess who's winning that battle?
Greg, Seton Hall up 8-2 early over St. Peter's. You know, the Pirates have knocked off 2 ranked programs. The latest came a little over a week ago when they knocked off, at the time, 17th ranked Louisville, thanks to Desi Rodriguez. And that shot there with just 7 seconds left gave the Pirates a 2-point victory. Rodriguez had 26 points in that game. He averages now 19 points a game. He's 6th in the Big East in scoring. And this club, Jim, is 7-0 when Desi Rodriguez is the top scorer.
Yeah, in that game against Louisville, as you saw in the graphic there, they were number 17 in the country. They were coming off a win against Texas Tech and Vanderbilt. So playing the big teams, and they're getting their way with them, as Delgado did on the post just then.
Delgado's second bucket of the night. He's got 4.
That was an easy shot that Rodriguez made, too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, my.
That was some shot.
It really was. That 3, too strong by Elijah Gonzalez, who's checked into the game. Carrington back the other way, and he'll pull. Got it.
And they're starting to get this game going a little faster, St. Peter's is, than they want.
Quinn Taylor will bring things up for the Peacocks. We're 4-4 on the season. Dribble handoff to Griffin. Inside to Idowu. Turns, jump hook. No good. Sanogo the board. Here comes Carrington and the Pirates.
And Delgado a factor on that defensive effort, forcing him away.
Tried to force it into Delgado. Nearly stolen by Idowu. And there's the steal by Gonzalez.
Yeah, he thought Delgado was going all the way. A little trail here.
Griffin to Gonzalez, and they kick out the Powell. Corner three. That's no.
Powell's been hitting a third of his shots from the three-point stripe, too. He's got to knock one of those down to loosen it up.
Peacocks are 0-4 from distance thus far. Rodriguez, he misses from three. Let's see if they can get Nick Griffin going. He averages 18. He's their leading scorer.
Coming off a 20-point game, 4 games in double figures consecutively.
There's the foul on Sanogo. And wholesale substitutions for the Pirates and for the Peacocks.
This is exactly where I let a play-by-play guy do his job. It's like a hockey substitution right there.
You're right about that. In comes Aaron Gordon. Michael Enzi checks in. So does 22, the freshman Miles Kale, and another freshman, 23, Sandro Mamaskelashvili.
Possible a clock issue.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna add some time there to the clock. St. Peter's. You can see he put 20 on the shot clock. St. Peter's will inbound again. Here's Quinn Taylor.
Well defended by Rodriguez.
Njai calling for it. He's got 5 on the shot clock. Forces it up. Came up empty. Here's Rodriguez.
Oops.
That one's a little hot.
Yep.
To Mamu.
This is when Kevin Willard puts in, you know, a different lineup to some extent. He wants to just check these guys out, get them some playing time and some opportunities, because he knows when that conference rolls around, you're going to need some deeper play from the bench rather than just 5 or 6.
Peacock working around the drive. And the shot by Quinn Taylor, no good, but it looks like he'll go to the line and shoot 2. So Quinn Taylor, he's a sophomore out of Amarillo. Go to the line, he usually shoots 76% thus far on the season.
John Dunn spoke about him before the game, how unselfish he is as a player. Great kid off the floor.
So he was student athlete of the week last week in that MAC conference. He knocks down both those free throws.
Those are the ones that John Dunn, they have to steal the free throws. There's no question about it. Must make their shots if they get opportunities there, because it's going to be every point so far has been difficult from the field.
Kale. Pull from 3. Aaron Gordon, the rebound inside to Kale. Pirates working around Rodriguez. No. Enzi's tip is no, and they're going to call a personal on Seton Hall.
Just so long, Seton Hall, compared to St. Peter's, and it showed on that particular set with 2 shots, but St. Peter's fighting their way out of it. hanging in there. Guys going over the top after they blocked out on the second opportunity.
By Jeep, Grand Cherokee, Times Square, New York City. Everyone's rushing to get to Jersey. They want to come see the 15th ranked Seton Hall Pirates. They're up 8 over St. Peter's. Why? Well, the Pirates are shooting 50% from the field right now. St. Peter's 1 for 11.
And the Seton Hall Pirates with 8 points in the paint too. So they've been dominating early on here, down to the blocks, which they wanted to do. And St. Peter's, though, has to just be patient and make sure they make that extra pass. But when they get a good look, take it.
Here's Quinn Taylor. Nearly threw it away. Here's a kick ball. As Taylor was cutting baseline. They were trying to hit him. Taylor to Gonzalez. 10 on the shot clock.
Good extra dribble by Gonzalez just then to get it.
Taylor again. And they're going to get him for the shove. Give him a little. He's trying to create space with the forearm shiver.
Yep. And one of the things, Seton Hall's, when they're switching and they're man-to-man, very good. And there's that little bit of a push off. The elbow leads, and that's going to be a trouble for an offensive player. But once again, St. Peter's letting that shot clock wind down to about 5 seconds, and that starts putting you in panic mode. But defensively, Seton Hall's not going into panic mode. They're just playing that man-to-man straight up still.
Saw Nick Griffin, their leading scorer, is checked back in for St. Peter's. Here's Miles Powell. Drives in the lane, lays it in. Nice move, Powell.
Nice move and a nice touch, too, to avoid a couple of defenders as he went over the top. The screener went behind, and he just really patiently broke him down off the dribble.
He's got 4.
So they're just not getting anything done in the first 15 seconds.
And Necchionia misses the 3. Peacock to 0 of 5 from distance. Inside to Mamu. The freshman turns. Missed it, but Gordon clears it. And here's Powell from distance. Mamu, the follow.
They just camped around the glass, aren't they? And the shots, the outside shots are coming off the rim very softly, which means they're going to be able to be rebounded within a few feet, to 3 or 4 feet.
16-4 the score here in the first half. Seton Hall up.
You have a side that wants to impress. Careful, man, you're making a mess. A side that opens up a store, doing more than ever before. A side that takes the kids to school and thinks that minivans are cool. That's why there's Nationwide. They help to know, protect, and grow your many sides. Nationwide is on your side.
Welcome back. Seton Hall up 12 over St. Peter's. And Coach Dunn did not like what he was seeing. They're getting pounded on the boards. Offensively, really have not looked very good thus far. And he's brought back in some of the starters. Here's Devontae Turner. The drive, that shot rejected.
Stays with it, though. Going right back at them again. Nice
and
work.
Lays it up and in.
Well done. Not intimidated one bit.
He may be small in stature, what, 5'10", he said? If that. But he will go into the land of trees. Inzi.
Got there just a little late that trip, though, I think. Turner trying to pick up a charge. And here he goes. He's coming in against 2 guys, and they get him the first time. He gets it again. He reloads and reassesses. Where is everybody? Nobody home to really go after him that time. Good work, good offensive effort by Turner.
Yeah, he's a redshirt junior. And Inzi knocks down their first free throw.
And Turner can score a little bit coming off his 14-point effort against Houston Baptist. St. Peter's beat them by 2 the last time out.
Here's Enzi. Enzi's a kid who shoots about 58% from the line. So that's a positive. They knocked both of those down.
Yeah, not too much rotation.
They denied Turner the basketball. This is Jeremiah Livingston.
Yeah, he just has to bring it up. He's looking for guys trapping and looking to pass it, but Seton Hall just backing out. And they keep switching that out front. See, every time they have a screen, they just keep switching. Automatic.
Turner under 10 on the shot clock again. They still haven't gotten into their set. There's the 3. In and out by Idowu.
Turner with a little bit of a push, though. That ball was going to kick out to the corner, too. He didn't anticipate that that was going to happen, and his hands came up first. And John Dunn from the other end of the floor had a pretty good angle to see that hand up.
That's the second personal on Turner.
Yeah, St. Peter's plays pretty much traditional in man-to-man defense. They don't generally have knocked and double team in Delgado.
So here comes Angel Delgado to the line. He's a double-double machine. This guy has 6 double-doubles, most in the Big East already this season.
NCAA active leader, too, Brian, with 56 of those double-doubles.
1 of 2 from the line.
Quick hands.
They get the board. Powell kicks it back out to Kale. That shot blocked.
Kale was the one who stripped that off the rebound. And now he comes charging in. And
good job by Julian Powell, just going straight up.
yeah, exactly. Not really moving the arms down too much, just that maybe just a touch.
Delgado's calling for it. They give it to him. He's got 10 on the shot clock.
Yeah, I think you have to help him out. Nice look.
Sanogo lays it up and in.
Yeah, that's a beauty of a pass, too, by Delgado. He was feeling the double team coming his way. I think it was Gonzalez who put his hand in there, and then they released, and he released the ball. You just got to slow it down. That was like a fire drill, getting it down the court just then.
Here they are trying to get into their set. Idowu turns, lays it in.
Good look by Gonzalez. That was probably the best offensive set we've seen out of St. Peter's. Patient, both sides of the floor. A lot of guys touching the basketball. And a nice entry pass to the middle of the floor. They're going to Delgado, it looks like, huh?
He's going to turn off their shoulder. Gets the jumper.
Not a whole lot you can do there. That was well defended. Good move there by Delgado. You get a look at how his footwork has improved over the course of his career.
He's the game-high scorer right now with 7. Here's Livingston. Thought about the 3. Griffin.
Whoa.
Ball fake.
So the big guy Delgado gets the ball in the paint. So they're going to run 3 guys at him. What does he do? He senses the 3rd guy coming from the weak side and finds, there it is, triple team. Make life easy for your teammate with a beautiful pass.
Over is St. Peter's. You know, one of the things, Jim, at Seton Hall, they're so good when they're in transition, especially when they have defense and it turns into offense.
Exactly. They're quick. They look for it. They're selective in terms of running out. Here's a block shot. Same kind of result, though. They look to get 3 guys up the floor in a hurry. And they spread the floor for the 3, but that doesn't mean they're not going to go to the offensive glass as Rodriguez finishes it off.
Well, we talked about it. The Pirates now ranked 15th. Last week they were ranked 19th. Now they've moved up to 15th. Their highest ranking since January 9th of 2001. And For the Big East, you've got Xavier there at number 10, and then the top team in the country is the team we just saw on Sunday, Villanova.
Yeah, against LaSalle. LaSalle gave them a competitive basketball game, that's for sure. Villanova fairly well balanced. Jay Wright doing a good job. And he spoke highly of Kevin Willard's team also to us before the game.
He did. He said, let me tell you something. That is a team that is tough. They are physical. They will wear you down. Here's the Dowu. The drive, jump stop, but he traveled.
Yeah, I like the aggressive start, though, after the break just then. Dowu just then, just an extra step, a slight one.
5th turnover for St. Peter's. Carrington drives to the lane. Got it. He'll go to the line.
That's a read by Carrington. When they go to that little mini weave that they have out front, he has to make a judgment as to when to go. So here he comes. He's lefty. He's going to his strong side, and he knows that he has Gonzalez on his side. So it's a perfect time to just keep going. I mean, you're running into the dribble almost, and you're not catching it and slowing down, but it's a dribble and drive at the same, a drive and dribble at the same time.
Peacocks break the press, the floater. It's good. Nick Griffin kisses it off the glass.
Well, that's a beauty, too. That is not an easy shot.
Whoa! Carrington's shot rejected at the rim by Dowu.
He was waiting for him that trip. Here he comes with his right hand, getting his shot off, not his power side. Well defended. St. Peter's alive defensively.
Inside 7 minutes until the half. Here's Rodriguez.
One-on-one action.
He banks one home.
So you got to remember, though, defensively, right? If you're playing Rodriguez, goes to his left because he's lefty. Carrington stronger to his left. You have to jump that, make them go to their right. They're still good going to their right, but most players are a touch better going to their power hand.
Dowu, he can shoot that 3. Knocks it down. Dowu now has 7. Skip pass, Rodriguez, corner, got it.
Nice read also by Carrington just then. That's his job, to survey and read everybody on the floor. 36% shooter in the real estate on the left side of the corner. You spread the floor. It's very difficult for a defender to go from sliding into the paint all the way to the deep corner with a good pass like that.
Here's Quinn Taylor. He'll drive, lays it up and in. Some good offensive series here by the Peacocks. Miles Powell. They're going to call it traveling.
I think Gonzalez was a factor there defensively, causing that also. He wrapped around Delgado down deep and got in the way.
Nnamdi Anechione checks in. Here's a Dowu. That one too strong.
You see, they're getting good balance defensively, but they're taking the first open shot, which is better than we saw the first minute and a half with St. Peter's, where the clock became their enemy.
Rodriguez, couple of dribbles. That 3 strong. Dowu will grab the board. Here comes the Peacocks. Quinn Taylor to Idowu. That's short.
And Delgado can let him shoot that until he starts making it consistently, too.
You're going to call that one on Gonzalez. Dowu will have a seat. So too will Carrington. It's the second personal on Gonzalez. Under 5 till the half. No go.
Once again, the Peacocks with 4 blue shirts in very good rebounding defensive position. They can force this to the outside. Seton Hall misses a couple of shots. They've seemed to really do pretty good work the last 2 trips defensively.
Here's Griffin. 5 on the shot clock. Taylor. He's got to force it up.
Wow.
How about that?
Well, that's an understanding of what you just mentioned. 5 on the shot clock, and it disappearing on him quickly. A little spin, little turnaround. Then it realized that with 1 second, he had to just hoist it.
Rodriguez, the pull-up pop off the bounce. So Desi's got 9.
Just sizing people up. If you're not going to come out of step, you can shoot it. Nice work. 33-17. The Hall.
Coming up on the Jeep Grand Cherokee halftime report, we got to look at the biggest surprises, some of the disappointments in the Big East so far this season. You see Seton Hall up 16 over St. Peter's. Good Jersey rivalry between these two. Nothing to be disappointed about for Kevin Willard's Pirates. You know, they have gotten some great non-conference wins thus far. And they have beaten every non-conference opponent by double digits. They beat Indiana. Only blemish, Rhode Island.
Yep.
I mean, Texas Tech, they beat them at the Garden. Knocked off Louisville in Louisville.
And that is not an easy place to get a win.
Yeah.
Not an easy place at all. The rest of the Big East shaping up kind of what they thought coming in so far with the non-conference. You know, you have Villanova, Georgetown schedule-wise, but 8-0 right now for Patrick Ewing in his first year of coaching at Georgetown.
And I tell you, this Seton Hall squad and Xavier looks to be like the 2 teams that are going to give Villanova everything they want and more. Here's Rodriguez, and he is playing so well. He's now got 11. Only man in double figures. Averages 19. Griffin has it knocked away. Necchionia will go to the line.
When Rodriguez gets it going to his left, little shake to the right. What a beautiful crossover. And he's got the control, and he has that also that touch and talent to be able to pull that ball away to kind of hang just a second longer so he can get that shot up, but he doesn't make it an erratic shot. It's a controlled shot.
Here's Nnamdi Necchionia. His brother plays at Temple. We've got more substitutions. Miles Powell will check in. Miles Cale, the freshman, will sit down for Seton Hall.
There he goes. He's 3 for 3, put up a 12-point game against Fairleigh Dickinson earlier in the year.
Lead is 15. The freshman, Mamu. Into Sanogo. Jumper no good.
Get up. Higher.
Taylor throws that one away.
John Dunn knew he was trying to steal a hoop just then, but
yeah,
he also knows he doesn't have Shaq running down the floor trying to catch that one on him.
Here's Powell. Sanogo.
See ya.
Yeah, he dipped that one right into that Peacock and calls the charge.
Well, defensively, you're holding your ground, right? So here's the positioning. You're doing okay, and then all of a sudden, that upper left side of his body leads with the forearm and also leads with the shoulder. So with the official sitting right over on your right shoulder, that's an easy call for the officials.
Wow. Gonzalez from way out.
Almost took down the banners up there.
Yes, he shot that one from Newark. Lead now 12. The Peacocks are trying to scrap their way back.
So here we go upstairs. Usually takes about 3 seconds for them to come down. That seemed like it was about 6. That was way upstairs, but effective.
Gonzalez, a freshman out of Portland. Checking in for the Peacocks, Jeremiah Livingston. One of two. Miles Powell trying to save it. Here comes the Peacocks.
Good play by Livingston also.
Gonzalez again. Missed that one.
The Peacocks don't want to get this 2 minutes going up and down. They want to kind of put the clamps on the ball. Keep this down 13 right now. Not all that bad with the way the first 4 minutes of this game started for them.
Delgado.
I think they may have gotten Delgado just then also.
They did.
Yeah, so Kevin Willard's going to have to talk to his big guys. Not just against St. Peter's, but if guys are going to hold their ground, they can't push that extra body oomph. The officials have been instructed to watch interior play this year and keep it a little cleaner than we've seen. And that's just the officials doing a good job on both of those charges.
That was too strong. I tell you what, though, I know what Delgado and the Pirates are thinking. Hey, these aren't the type of calls that happened when we were in conference play.
Well, they might be this year. So you better get ready.
You're right. You can see Angel Delgado was sitting there trying to explain himself. So here's Kadeen Carrington to the line. With the 1-1. Carrington, the guy that usually shoots 72%. Different role for him. He was the leading scorer last year, played off the ball. Now he's the point guard, has to set everything up for him.
Yeah, and I was speaking with their assistant coach, Freddie Hill, before the game for Seton Hall, and said, adjustments, making sure that he has that under control and getting him ready for the conference play with that. But Carrington's an adapter, though. He'll figure out what he needs to do to help this team win.
And admittedly, he said for the first few games, as Powell comes up with a steal, he's got some hops and lays that one up and in.
Yeah, he had to slow down just a touch to get the better angle coming in there. He thought that St. Peter's were going to run a player defensively for a shot block attempt.
Under a minute here until the half. It's Gonzalez drives. Delgado swipes it. Rodriguez behind the back. Leaves it for Delgado.
So there's a guy who usually goes to his left, Rodriguez. Now he's showing us something else. You cut him off to his left. He adjusts also and makes a terrific play going from left to right to deliver the pass.
Delgado's got 9. He is perfect from the floor so far. They're going to call that one on Desi.
So here's the steal. And you push it down the floor. Powell finishes it off because he knows there's a little bit of traffic defensively, and there's that beauty of just a layoff for Delgado. And notice what Delgado is. He watches Rodriguez the entire time and plants himself in a position to receive that.
Rodriguez right now 11 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. Here's the final 5 seconds of the first half. Powell will pull from 3. And the Pirates will head into the locker room with a 42-23 lead over St. Peter's. They have gotten it done from the outside and inside. They head into the locker room up 19. Here in Jersey. up 19 as we get set for the second half. Desi Rodriguez, your leading scorer, with 11 points. Angel Delgado's got 9.
So once again, a little bit of balance when you look at the starters for Seton Hall. Everybody's scoring. And only 6 turnovers, too, which is a big number for Kevin Willard. This team generally turns it over about 13 times a game, so if he can control the turnovers.
And the Pirates are revving up here as they're getting ready for conference play that kicks off in a couple of weeks. But they got some rivalries here, with not only with St. Peter's, but they got Rutgers coming up this weekend, and that one's going to be big as well.
Always competitive.
Yeah.
It's always competitive, and Rutgers is a team that likes to go after the offensive glass. So shoot it and follow up and see what happens.
Coach Bico doing a good job of getting structuring that program and getting it back. As we get started here for the second half, Powell, Rodriguez, Delgado, Carrington, and Sanogo for the Pirates. For the Peacocks, they go back to their starting 5. Griffin, Turner, Idowu, Taylor, and Inechionye.
See what kind of start St. Peter's has. Good hold of that left pivot foot there to avoid the travel to start things off. Straight up man-to-man with Seton Hall. No switches so far.
Here's Taylor. 5 on the shot clock.
That's a
ball
step.
fake, and he traveled.
Yeah, it's a good move, too. Unfortunately, he slid that foot because he had 2 of the Pirates up in the air defensively just then.
St. Peter's had gotten that lead, knocked it down to 12 at one point. And then the Pirates went on that 7-0 run. There's Delgado.
Good movement away from the basketball, too, for Seton Hall just then with their first set after the halftime break coming out. Kevin Willard emphasizing the fact that we got to get bodies moving, the motion, and the ball will follow and hop.
Delgado's got 11, just 2 away from his season average. Here's Turner, probing. Inechionye. Misses that one.
Yeah, nothing easy, right?
Carrington back the other way. He comes up empty. Here comes Taylor now. He tries to go right through Sanogo.
So Seton Hall comes out after the break with their first possession. Look at the motion up top, and then they have beautiful motion down low where there's a screen set for Delgado. It's timed perfectly because when the pass is in the air, the screen's being set, catch and give.
That one almost thrown away.
Not so perfect on that possession there.
Rodriguez again to Delgado, but he missed it, but there's Sanogo.
Delgado comes out of the pack smiling, but Sanogo doing the work on the offensive glass, cleaning up any of the misses. Another good action, though, for Seton Hall.
Here's Gonzalez. Drives the baseline, reverses it up and in.
Well, he caught Delgado, too. Delgado thought he was going to bring that up on the left side. Nice use of the net, actually, to kind of keep Delgado away from the ball.
Here's Sanogo. He thought Powell or Carrington was going to cut baseline. There's a turnover for Seton Hall. There's 6 of the evening. Check and make it 7. Turner. Idowu nearly stolen. Extra pass. Griffin, the 3. No good. And look at Turner, sky.
And Delgado with the hands, though. Nice look. That's a step.
No goal.
That's going to be a step, though, out front. Pretty finish, pretty delivery. An extra step, they take it off the glass and take it off the board. Wow.
Yeah, it's like, get out of here. That's one of those little miles in the house. Get out of here.
That's it. Keep moving.
All up 21. Five now on the shot clock. Thrown away. Carrington. Missed it.
Good recovery, though, by St. Peter's. Delgado was right there running the floor also. That's when that shot clock gets down against St. Peter's or any team. Watch out. Oh.
Netionia.
Could have been a bump in there, too, by Sonogo.
Oh, Netionia with the air ball, but off of Seton Hall.
The air ball always gives the offensive player, shouldn't say always, but a high percentage. Because defensively, you're looking to block out and then wait for the carom to come off the glass or the rim. And when they miss everything, the offensive player always has an advantage.
Griffin got it. Three.
Pretty tucked behind that screen. Griffin just pulls straight up. .20 the last game out. 4 or 6 from the three-point line.
NZ checked in. That one in and out. There's Delgado doing what he does best. Offensive rebounding. Best in the Big East on the offensive glass. Seton Hall still rolling with a 19-point lead. Fox Sports Supports is proud to team up with Snowball Express in their commitment to providing hope and new happy memories to the children of our fallen heroes while on active duty since 9/11. By bringing children together from all over the world, Snowball Express provides an annual life-changing event to make each child feel special. As we remember the lives of their parents, we remember. Visit foxsportsupports.com to learn how. Seton Hall up 19 over St. Peter's thanks to double figures by 2 of their starters. Desi Rodriguez, he's got 11. Angel Delgado's got 11 as well. And here's Delgado now at the line. He'll be shooting 2. Knocks that one down.
Sometimes I watch him shoot the basketball, Brian, and he's a 62% free throw shooter so far this year. Doesn't look like a 62% free throw shooter with that form.
Yeah, and that rotation.
Yeah, rotation is fabulous.
You can see, we talked about it at the half, how the Pirates have dominated in the paint. Easy baskets. Here's Turner. Griffin, the 3. That one is tipped out by the Peacocks, and Pirates will retain possession.
St. Peter's trying to drive that ball a little bit more towards the middle of the paint, but Seton Hall very consistent defensively, clogging up the middle and forcing those kickouts. And St. Peter's having a tough time getting an open look because of the recovery by the Pirates on the outside.
Carrington.
Oh, he had a layup on the right side of the basket, too.
Went to that strong hand, his left. Mamadou Njai with the personal. His second. Carrington to go to the line to shoot 2. He's already perfect from the stripe, 3 for 3 so far. Make it 4 for 4.
Little transition for him right to the point guard. When you think about it, Carrington led the team in scoring 14 times last season. Not to say from the point guard position he's not going to be able to do that. They may need him to score from that point guard position.
I had a conversation with him. He said at the beginning of the season, I was thinking a lot running that point position. As Turner knocks down the three. Now I'm just playing.
Yeah, and that's a position you can't overthink. It's the point guard position, and the guard position is more of an instinctive type of position. You have to know where everybody is on the floor and expect them to be where they're supposed to be. And as you just touched on, and play, let it flow.
There's Powell. He misses from distance.
Look at Turner, though. Turner's challenging his own guys for the rebounds. He likes to mix it up.
He is. He's a tough little something. There's Griffin, the pull-up, got it.
Pulled that away, too. A little bit of a drift away from the defender to space that up.
Griffin's got 6. Delgado turns over the shoulder. Missed it, got his own board. Goes right back up with it.
That's where Delgado gets you, though, with his frame and his size at 245, 6'10". Even when he misses, he's so alert to stay on the glass and keep his eye on the basketball until that ball goes through the hoop.
Here's the freshman, Miles Cale. Give Miles Powell a break. Cale out of Delaware.
See, if he could get that number up, and I think he could, Delgado, if he could get that up to 75%, just think of all the offensive rebounds and how many times is he going to go to the line.
You're right.
From, in conference play and possibly into the postseason.
Mamadou Njai misses that three. Here comes Desi Rodriguez. Delgado, skip pass to Rodriguez. The three, yes!
Saw that in the first half. Beautiful work. Just very, very comfortable from the Seton Hall perspective on the offensive end, understanding what the strengths are of the team. When they get that ball to Delgado, people have to look at him because he can shoot that little 10-footer. Nice little kick out, though, for him with the diagonal.
Delgado's got 14 and 7. Rodriguez has got 14 and 6. Here's Njai again. He knocks that three down.
Uncontested three, too.
His first 3 points of the game. Carrington pulls up. Powell snags the rebound. Here comes the Peacocks.
Carrington's strong, too, isn't he? He missed that shot, but he gets to his spot.
Griffin knocks it down, and all of a sudden the Peacocks now go on a 6-0 run.
Yeah, pretty good spacing, too, by St. Peter's just then. Spreading the floor out, making it happen because they're coming down in a little bit of a quicker hurry. Taking that first shot, but it's not a rush shot.
Griffin has 9 now.
Good step across by St. Peter's. Powell that trip to stop Delgado's advancing to the basket. Here comes Turner. Gets it right on the button, too. I mean, that makes a shooter's life so much easier when a guy puts a two-handed chest pass right on his number. Catch it and go. Griffin shooting 40% coming in from the three-point line.
He's a grad transfer from George Washington. NZ, good inbounds play right up into the bucket.
Caught St. Peter's napping on that one, too. Little step in to get an interior post position.
Powell.
Good look.
It was a good look. Samuel Dowu couldn't finish, though.
Mamu stepping across. He was a factor at 6'10", getting in the way. Those are the ones you have to get, though, if you're St. Peter's.
Here's Aaron Gordon. Checked in. Get some playing time. Gordon, the sophomore out of Indianapolis.
So if they're going to be unselfish and play this way, here's two guys touching it. The diagonal to the corner. And Rodriguez filling it up. Good execution by the Hawks.
College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Inside the Walsh Gymnasium, on the campus of Seton Hall, the Pirates up 19 over St. Peter's. Told you how prolific they are. They've got senior leadership. Rodriguez, Delgado, Carrington, the only trio of returning starters with 1,000 or more career points. And then when you add Shinogo to there, I mean, that's nearly 4,000 points coming back.
Exactly, an experienced team in this kind of this era of one and dones and 2 years and done, and it should help Seton Hall as they progress throughout the conference play, knowing that Kevin Willard has that much experience to rely on. They've been through a lot together too, which means a whole bunch.
Picked third in the Big East preseason polls. That three by Idowu, no good. And this will be an opportunity for some of the backups to get some playing time. Role players like the freshman Kale as he knocks down that jumper.
Can shoot it from outside. That's a scouting report on him at 42% early on in the season. But once again, it's all a byproduct of being unselfish, regardless of who's on the floor for Seton Hall.
This is Cameron Jones, 10 seconds on the shot clock. And Joe goes to work. Bank is not open this late. Powell, Kale again. And here comes the Peacocks.
Good
knocked
hands.
away by Kale. Oh, and shows off the hops.
So there's the turnover in the open court. Kale finishes off. I know when you get down there, you want to showboat it a little bit, but you better make sure it goes through. Nicely done.
Well, Saturday, it is a showdown in the Hoosier State. The Crossroads Classic. It tips off at 11:30 a.m. Eastern as Purdue battles Butler. Then you've got Notre Dame taking on Indiana. You can catch the action on Fox or stream it live on Fox Sports Go. 23-point lead where Seton Hall matches their biggest lead of the night. You see the turnovers, and the Peacocks now in double figures. Those turnovers, and the Pirates have feasted off of them because they've turned them into points.
And a good number for Seton Hall with only 5, and they've continued to dominate the paint, 34-12.
Necchionia misses that three. Ten minutes left in this one. Enzi misses the 10-footer, and here comes Gonzalez and the Peacocks.
Good look.
Cameron Jones wide open. In and out. The follow, though, it is good. Njai. Here's Aaron Gordon. Nearly stolen by Gonzalez.
Yeah, he can go back and get that, the new rule this year. Even though it hit him going last guy to touch it, he can go play that.
3 on the shot clock. Powell inside to Enzi.
Well, it was a good recovery at half court. And he didn't just delay, he just turned around and made sure there was a play to be had with it.
Good ball fake.
Whoa.
Mamadou. Inja tried to rock the rim. I mean, he cocked that back with the one-hand sledgehammer.
Just a mama done. Wow, that would have been sensational. He cranks it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Whoa.
He certainly went for it.
Took a pretty good hit, too.
Knocks down the free throw. And here comes Angel Delgado to check back in. Michael Enzia have a seat. Inja airballs that one. By the way, Delgado now just 2 rebounds away from his 7th double-double in the season. Here's the alley-oop. The freshman Mamu. He puts it in.
Quick little catch and go on that high screen. It wasn't timed perfectly, but those are ones you have to come down with and finish them off. Go back up and get a first opportunity, not a floater.
There's Powell. Knocks it down.
Yeah, a little reverse pivot just then. Let the guy clear out of his way. Let your teammate go back door. Let him make a decision. Then you make your decision.
Here's Delgado working on Powell.
That should be a. Oh, they're going to trip. I thought he led with that left shoulder again. Where's the first contact? I think he trips him because he knocks him on his back. That's what I think.
Yeah, you can see the junior there, Powell from Baytown, Texas, like, hey, can a brother get a call?
I think he agrees with us.
So this man just went through my chest. Mamu comes up with the offensive rebound. Here's Powell. Tries, oh my. Double pumps, lays it in.
Nice quick step, doesn't he, from the outside?
John Dunn wants to call a timeout and talk about some things. Seton Hall up big with 8 minutes left to play. 88th meeting between St. Peter's and Seton Hall. The Pirates have won 19 of the last 20 times these two schools have played. And like they're on their way to their 20th of the last 21st meetings. And one of the reasons why, take a look here, they are just really bludgeoning opponents in the paint, and look at what they've done tonight. 40-14 to the Peacocks.
Pretty good differential if they can keep that up. But as the competition rises, that number usually goes down.
And so far, the Pirates have beaten all their non-conference opponents by double digits. Here's a three finally from Enechionya. Here's Delgado. Gordon drives. They're going to call that one on Gonzalez on the reach in.
Yeah, see, I think Rodriguez had a shot in the middle of the lane just then, Brian, and he kicked it back out. So Kevin Willard continues to emphasize the unselfish play.
And when you're up this large a margin on, opponent, many people feel like, hey, listen, you should beat handily. What are you telling these guys to work on at this point?
Well, for the most part, I think you start with the unselfish play. You want to continue. You want to approach it as if you're only up 5 points, right at the beginning of the game. How would you approach it from a team perspective? And Seton Hall did that from the beginning. Unselfish play, getting everybody involved. So the point really is you want to play it as if you're 0-0. And you want to make sure the guys coming in off the bench don't get too individualized in terms of looking for their own stuff. Keep it within the context of the framework of the game. Watch out, folks.
Yep, Powell throws that one away. Trying to hit Enechionya off the... And, you know, one thing I've noticed is that he has kind of kept his core group in there, and he's sprinkled in some guys. Is it trying to, like, rotation-wise? And let me see if how this guy works with my core starters.
I think you're right on with it, because I think that's getting you ready for prime time to see where the matchups, you know, which buttons of the broom seat you're going to push and get away with it, who's going to play well with the core 3 or 4 that they have.
Here's Kale. He's the freshman working with the starters. There's Delgado.
You let him catch it there. He's tough. He's tough to defend. He's improved over the years with that offensive game of his.
16-8 is what he has here tonight. Gonzalez. That's short.
So what are you going to do? I mean, he's pretty good. He catches, and look where he is. He's got a foot, and he has that beautiful drop step. Plants the right foot, bolted him down, and then slides that left one and powers to the basket. Tough out defensively.
Turner's checked back in for the Peacocks. Enechionya has it taken away, but they're going to call a personal.
Only the 4th team foul on Seton Hall, though.
They'll call that one on Kale, the freshman. Here's Gonzalez. Freshman out of Portland. Once again, 5 on the shot clock for Turner. And has his pocket picked by Carrington, and he just grabs his shorts to stop him.
A good example of the defensive stopper that Carrington is. And a lot of guys, Brian, would try to make that move defensively and foul. Now watch, he gets it as the ball comes back, and it's leaving his hand right there. So when that ball starts to leave your hand, that's a good time to go after that steal.
They call that basically that intentional. So that's why Carrington will shoot the 2 free throws, and Seton Hall will have the basketball. We got another. Wanted to make sure the clock was good. So set the clock back up.
So they go with 28 because of the foul occurring after the possession for a couple of seconds.
Delgado.
Just a little too much.
Yep. They're going to call that one on Delgado.
He's almost throwing it up there to get a rebound to get his 10th.
Yeah, you're right.
I think I'm only kidding, because I know he was trying to put that in.
He's got 16 and 9.
Yeah. Something tells me he's going to pick up a rebound, depending on how long he stays on the floor, though, right?
He's got an opportunity here.
Good work to see St. Peter's there, using both sides of the floor and the kick out. Go along that baseline, see if you can put a layup in. If not, that's your best friend, that other opposite corner.
Turner's now got 10 points for the Peacocks. We've got 5 left in this one. Rodriguez knocks it down.
I'll tell you, if he shoots the ball like that, from long range this year. This is totally a different team. I know he did it last year, but if he could be so much more consistent from out there. 17 points. Carrington with a nice little dish. Simple basketball. Look your guy in and just fire away. But that's for a guy who can put it on the floor and bring it to the basket. He's going to get some outside shots this year because they will give him that shot a little bit rather than have him put a layup in on him.
He's from the Boogie Down Bronx. At 17 against VCU last week. He's got 17 again tonight. And we take a look. The Pirates Saturday take on Rutgers. Another Jersey battle they've got. And Wagner, Manhattan, and then conference play begins with Creighton. And they follow that up with St. John's.
Chris Mullen's squad, St. John's, backcourt oriented. They come at you in a hurry.
Arizona State gave them all they could handle. Now the Hall. Little zone.
Yeah, zone look, 2-3 zone. Somebody flashed to the middle of the floor. You go right around the horn. It doesn't really help you out much.
Gonzalez. Too strong with that three.
Upstairs.
Oh. Hale. Can't finish. Too high for him. Here's Turner. He's going to try to finish. Mamu challenged it.
There's the 10th rebound for Delgado.
He's got his 7th double-double of the season. Conference leading 7th double-double.
And I think, yeah, Kevin Willard was making this call. He saw it going up and down, a little erratic.
Carrington, no. Delgado, yes.
One of the things that Kevin Willard, he's probably going to start going to more of his bench right now. He wants to make sure that the guys on the floor finish the way they've been playing. Don't get erratic, don't get selfish, don't get a little bad habit here and there. There's a little reach.
Powell knocks it down and they go to the line to finish it off, but Angel Delgado got 7 double-doubles on the season, 18 and 11. The Pirates to buy Jeep Grand Cherokee. Downtown Newark. Seton Hall usually plays, and Angel Delgado, boy, he has done what Angel Delgado does, put up a double-double.
And he's constantly moving away from the basketball, looking for screens to set him up, and obviously on the offensive glass, he's a beast when it comes to really moving his feet to get the position. Now he understands that he can just jump over players. He's really worked on his jump hook. And come on, smile a little bit. He's usually smiling over there.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, right on cue. You don't smile for us? Yeah, he's working on one. There it goes.
7 of 11 from the field, 18 points, 11 rebounds for Angel Delgado, the senior. Here's Powell. He knocks down, completes the three-point play. Wholesale substitutions. Gordon, Kale. He's driving and once again went to attack the lane, knocked away. Turner, the Euro step and the shot's blocked. Shavar Reynolds is checked in. Philip Flory is checked in as well for Seton Hall. And the Peacocks throw it away again. God, you feel for a coach, man. You just, when you shoot your own self in the foot.
Yep.
It's a good team like this.
Yeah, John Dunn knew he had a challenge on his hands. They did their work. They did their homework, the scouting report, and he just said, you know, they have a complete team.
Yep.
It's a good experience for them, though.
Mamu misses that three. Trust me, St. Peter's is going to do some damage in that MAC conference.
Sure will. They sure will.
And as for those Peacocks, they'll Oh. They lose another one and turn it over.
Watch out.
Whoa. Someone closed the door. I'm Shavar Reynolds. I'll say, hey, it was the breeze that took that one. Coach, it was the breeze that took that shot. Here's Turner.
Wants to try to get it going.
Got it. He's got 13.
Yeah, he was looking for a seam to go towards the basket. Closed up, and he pulls up for his jumper.
Nearly came up with a steal. Under 2 minutes. That shot up and in by Philip Flory.
Well, they don't get a chance to play that much. There's a smile over there for Delgado.
The bench and the crowd loves that. And the layup up and in by Quinn Taylor. Let's see if Reynolds can get into the scorebook. That shot knocked away. Turner a pull again from distance. Whoa. And shot blocked by the shortest man on the court, Turner. I tell you, he can get up, huh?
He really can.
How about Flory?
Get it and go.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate.
Yep. Look at the crowd. Look. Under a minute. Mamu will go to the line for the opportunity to complete the three-point play. Missed the free throw. And layup up and good.
These guys want to get some shots up.
Yes, they do.
They're pushing. They are pushing.
So Reynolds will go to the line. Opportunity to get his name in the scorebook. A 25-point lead for the Pirates. They're now ranked 15th in the country, up from 19 where they were last week. Now they'll set their focus on another Jersey battle against Rutgers this coming Saturday. Good reverse. Foul. Finishes up. And Seton Hall will now go to 9-1 on the season. St. Peter's will go to 4-5. It is their 26th consecutive non-conference home victory. That is the 10th longest streak in the nation. Seton Hall wins this one by 23. We'll wrap it up when we come back.